Hey, two skulls, one swing. What's up? What's everybody doing today? I'll give you guys just a few minutes to start coming in. My voice sounds like total crap. Hey, free side. My voice sounds like crap today. I've been dealing with some allergies, I think. Maybe more than allergies because I had a low-grade fever yesterday. So, hey, Beverly, how's it going? What's everybody doing today? It's a really pretty day here in Missouri. It's like 85 here. Really nice, warm, very sunny. So I'm going to go ahead and drop my link just in case anybody wants to come up. You guys doing okay today? If anybody wants to come up and say hey, come on up. I know people are kind of intimidated by coming up, but you're fine, you know. Trying to figure out what to do today. Oh, I got my hair cut the other day. It is super, super short and I hate it. Hey, COVIDs, how are you, honey? I thought I had a touch of you the other day, but I think it might be allergies. I don't think it's COVID. Yeah, so everybody that comes in, please hit your thumbs up for me. I would appreciate that. It's a free way to support the channel, and that's all I ask for from you guys is just hit that thumbs up. So I was watching You're Contagious. I know you are, sweetheart, but sometimes that's okay. You know, we like you a little bit. But I'm going to try to talk a little bit here. So the thing with Jilly and the J-Bobs thing, I just kind of, I had to go, I was watching it and I was in there and everything for a little while, but I started feeling sick. So I just went ahead and left and went to bed. Been a crazy day yesterday. Didn't sleep last night. Hey, Fancy. Hi, honey. Hey, Peas. Didn't sleep last night, maybe a half an hour, suffering from a nasty migraine. Oh, sweetheart, I am so sorry. Hey, Queen, how are you? Hey, Peas. Yeah, migraines suck, and I completely feel for you, sweetheart. I really do. I do not like migraines. I have them quite frequently, and they're bad. Hey, Giggle Goose, how are you? I'm trying really hard to talk today, guys. It's really hard. My throat is just like on fire. It's in my chest. I keep coughing up this funky stuff, and yeah, it's not good. So I was, like I said, I wasn't feeling real well. It's your daughter's 23rd birthday today, so I can't stay on too long, but I wanted to support. Queen, thank you so much for coming in, honey. Panda, somebody pissed me off. Oh. Well, Two Skulls, do you want to come up and talk about how pissed off you are, honey? Because you can come up. Anybody can come up. I let anybody come up that wants to, with the exception of one person, but they're blocked, so that's okay. So the whole thing with Jilly, like I said, I wasn't feeling real well. I went ahead and stayed in there for a little while, but I went ahead and left because I didn't feel good, and I went to go lay down and everything. And I just wanted to say that, J-Bob says that she didn't see that video, but she had to have seen the video. The only way that she couldn't have, she really couldn't have because it was all one video. It wasn't separate videos or whatever, unless she didn't watch that particular part of it, which wouldn't make too much sense. I don't know. Just, I think the reason why, they were so upset. Oh, oh. I think the reason why Jilly was very upset about it was because this has been like a while ago that this happened. And it's like, why repeat shit? Why? Why keep bringing it up? And then, Mom said that she was being brought up in it. Nobody brought her up in it. No one. Except for I think Kelly Golightly asked if Bomb said this stuff, and they corrected her and said, or they told her no, that wasn't the one that said this. Bomb wasn't brought up at all. It had nothing to do with her. So nothing at all. It was strictly J Bob's. And that's another thing. When you come at somebody, why would you turn your comments off? If you don't want people, you ask them questions, but then you turn your comments off. Like, why? Who does that? And for what reason? If you want to talk shit about somebody, or you want to say something, and you're asking, hey, country girl, hey, Beverly, hey, Susie, how are you, sweetheart? If you're wanting to ask questions to somebody, and then you turn your comments off, that means you're either one, starting shit, and you don't really give a fuck what the person has to say, or two, you're just looking for drama, really. That's my opinion. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. When I come on here, the thing that I do is I try to address some of the stupid stuff that I see, I don't know. What do you guys think about all that stuff? I think that Jilly was just upset because it was a while ago, and that's why she wanted to, address J Bob's. And, she's tired of people bringing up shit from the past, and I don't blame her, But, oh, yeah, definitely, Queen. Definitely praying for her. I know all about the migraines, and I know Queen does too. She has them, as far as I know, quite frequently, like I do, and they are not fun. They are not fun. So what's everybody been up to today? Anything fun? Country girl, how are you, honey? Susie, how are you doing? You hear my dog shaking in the back. Oh, goodness. Two Skulls, I hope everything is okay, honey. I really do. It's Beverly, it's way too hot to touch grass today. I touched grass earlier. I went up to the garage for a little while and tried to mow, and then my mower broke, so I just came home. I said, I'm good. I don't feel good anyway. I'll just come back home. Country girl, you're doing good. Can't wait for vacation next month, going back home. Well, that's cool. Oh, migraines are no fun. And Two Skulls has had head surgery, which makes hers bad. Yeah, I can't even imagine. Because mine get to the point where I can't lay in a room unless it's pitch black. I can barely walk when I have them. I vomit. They're really bad. You just finished mowing your neighbor's yard. Too hot, but it doesn't cool off at this time of year. No, it doesn't. You throw up from yours too? Oh, spicy little prince, I can't even talk. Susie, the spicy little princess. We are great. My daughter is visiting, and she's leaving for Little People of America conference. Is that in? I'm trying to think of where that's at. Isn't that in Nevada, or like Las Vegas? You threw up from yours too? It will be after I expose this bitch for doxing. Oh my God. I am so, so sorry. It's in Baltimore. Okay. I didn't know that. Oh God. You know, can't wait to be away from the palm trees and back in the country. Where are you going? You have palm trees? Oh, it's a different. Okay. Every year it's a different major city. I thought one year it was in Las Vegas. Maybe it wasn't. I don't know. I have several friends that attend. So, and my mama, who's 92 years old, doesn't have anything to do with YouTube. She's my life, my everything. Two Skulls, I am so, so sorry. I, wow. Yeah, Queen, but it's a different type of heat where you live, honey, isn't it? Because my sister used to live out there, and it's like there's like no humidity, so it's like a straight heat. It's hey Brandy, hey K9 Charlie, how are you guys doing today? I'm trying to talk. My throat's not wanting to cooperate with me. Two Skulls, I am really sorry. I wish I knew who you were talking about. I really do. And I hope that person gets doxxed. As I don't like the doxing crap, but I mean, in my opinion, it's a dox for a dox. You dox me, I'm gonna dox you back. So there's that. But everybody knows who I am, so there's that too. It's usually a dry heat, but we have had a monsoon move in. Our humidity is really, oh God, I can't even imagine it being that hot. Hey, Barbarian's wife. Fancy, fancy. No docs for a docs. Queen, I want a docs for a docs. Damn it. Can't I have fun? Queen always gets me on the right track instead of me going my warped little way that I want to go. She's always like, come back here. Come back here. We're not doing that. Get back here, bitch. That's what she does. I love you. You're a great person. You know that. Yeah, it's getting too hot outside for me as well. It's hard for me to breathe because when I had COVID and I was put on oxygen and everything, it was really, really bad. And now, like, my lungs don't work as well as they used to. I love you too, Queen. You're amazing. Oh. Mm. Well, I don't know what this is about. Two Skulls, you talking about the masked angel? It was an accident. She didn't mean it. Huh. Well, I hope it wasn't her, but I'm gonna stay out of that one. I'm gonna stay out of that one. She deleted that live. That's good. I hope she did for her sake. And, see, that's the thing. So, whenever I become friends with somebody on YouTube or Facebook and I become with you friends, I become friends with you in real life. I always want you to call me Pandaberry. Okay. Just like I'm always going to call Queen, Queen. I'm not going to call her by her real name ever, because that way I don't fuck up and slip and say, hey, so and so, So that's the thing about becoming friends with people on here. If you are friends with them, make sure that you always use their YouTube name. Hey, Colin, how are you, honey? so that you don't accidentally dox. Because once you dox somebody, you can't take that back. It's on the internet forever. And especially, you know, when you have, yeah, see, Jackie even calls you queen when we're out in public, see? And that's, everybody calls me Panda. Susie, you can just call me Susie. I love you. Yeah. But that's, you know, when I talk to Mirandy, I never use her real name. Her name is Mirandy, you know. Um, so that's how I do it. And she calls me Panda, you know. We both know each other's real names, but we're never going to say them, you know. Your real name's Colin? Well, I'm glad. Everybody. See, 50 Shades, I love you. I don't want to know your real name. I don't want to know where you live. And I don't want to know anything about your family. There you go. Pretty point blank and, you know, to the point, you know. And that's how I am. You know, if I'm friends with you, I don't want to know your real name. Really. I really don't. I just call you by your YouTube name. It works better for me because I have that brain fart syndrome to where I would be the one that would go, oh, so and so, oops, damn it, you know? And I don't want to ever do that to anybody, you know? So, you know. And you, Colin, I love you. You're funny. Yeah, I just want to always. So 50 Shades, how are you doing, hun? I see you was trying to make friends with what was that person's name? Amber's bald spot. You was trying to make friends with her, and her was not wanting to be your friend. She just kept saying no. I think she secretly likes you, though. I really do. Bald spot. Yeah, there you go. Hey, Devious. How are you, honey? Queen. I honestly have nothing to hide. People would be bored looking me up. I don't even have a speeding ticket on my record. Exactly. I'm doing really good. You love playing with them. It's fun. I do too. There's a couple over there that I really do think love me. I mean, I really think that they love me. And they just don't want to admit it. But it's okay. You know, I still love them in secret. We won't tell nobody. But although I've said many times that if anyone looks up my ex, can you please collect the $60,000 my ex husband owes me? Exactly. That would be awesome, right? Queen, I agree with you. I have nothing to hide. I am who I am. Exactly. You know, Snake won't be your friend either. You know what? That little snake, she won't be my friend either. And I like her. She won't be my friend either. She hates me. I don't know why. I've never done anything to the woman. She hates me. She really does. I've always wanted to be her friend, and she just doesn't want to be my friend. I don't know. I guess we just suck. You like Snake? I do like Snake. I think she's funny sometimes. And then there's times that she just hates me to death. So I don't know. There's a lot of people over there that I like, though. You know. Queen, I really want to give Michelle my ex's number. Well, Colin, you're my friend. And I know you're Queen's friend. But yeah, a lot of people, see, and you're Susie's friend. I think you're everybody's friend in here. Have you been doing okay, Colin? Sometimes we just need, aw. See, and I agree with this comment so much to Colin. I think everyone on here adores you and appreciates you so much. You bring such positivity to everyone. I agree with that 1000% because Colin is the would you say you're a medium or would you say you're just I've been in the allotment weeding all day. Oh. Colin, would you say you're a medium or would you say you're a psychic or what would you call yourself? He can read people. Yes, I think he's amazing. He speaks to the other side. They communicate through him. And I know a lot of people don't believe in that stuff. I believe in that stuff. So there's that. I believe in it because I've seen things, weird things, what I call weird. So I'm a real medium, but my work is unseen. Okay. Gotcha. See, I didn't know what the correct terms were, and I didn't want to offend you or anything. Some people call them mediums, some people call them psychics, some people call them, there's different things. And Two Skulls, you're back. Are you okay? I definitely am a believer. Definitely. Like, I've lost both my parents. I lost my mother when I was 16 years old, and I lost my dad in 2012. And I don't even know how old I was in 2012. So I'd have to get my fingers out and start counting. But when my mom passed away, so this was a really weird experience. Okay. My mom had been in a coma for I want to say at least a week. And yes, can we keep Mirandy in our prayers today? Definitely. Definitely. We love our Mirandy. But my mom, she was in a coma for a week before she passed on. And I hadn't gone to see her or anything. Okay. And let's see here. I believe very much in it. I am an empath. That's why sometimes I have to take a break from here. The emotions are too much for me, right? Mirandy is always in my prayers. She is a lupus warrior sister. Exactly. A reader is not a medium, just letting you know. A lot of people, I help a lot of mediums and give them private readings one-on-one. Okay. Wow. Gotcha. So I hadn't gone to see my mom because I was only 16 years old, and when you're 16 years old and your mom's passing away, I was scared. I didn't want to be there when she passed away. I didn't know what that would be like, and I was terrified. So I really didn't want to be in the room, when she passed. And anyway, long story short, I went there the day that she passed away. I went there and I was holding her hand and everything. And I shit you not, I smelled flowers. When she took her last breath, I smelled flowers. The curtain that was next to her bed moved. No air conditioning turned on or anything like that. And I felt a peacefulness come over me when my mom took her last breath. And I believe that that was her spirit leaving her body. I'm not sure if that was, but that's what, as a 16-year-old kid, to feel that, that's what I immediately thought it was. So when Colin told me about my mom being, it was, see, that's what I thought it was, you know. And I was only 16, so I'm sitting here thinking, what the fuck was that, you know? And hey, Carly, I just, I couldn't, I didn't know. Oh, you better give yourself that Imitrex shot right now. Come on. Queen says, I just want to put this out there. I made a community post too, but I respect who my friends like and don't like. I also don't want to jump on hate trains. I love Gotti, and I hope people respect that too. Absolutely. I respect that for sure. You know, I don't agree with a lot of things that Gotti has done, but who am I? You know, I mean, it's her life. Whatever she wants to do, as long as she's happy in life, that's all that matters, you know? Yeah, I don't have issues with her. I feel sorry for her more than anything, honestly, um, because she's so down on herself, you know, and that breaks my heart, you know, because I've been there to where I always looked at myself like, oh, I'm fat or I'm ugly or I'm this or I'm that, and I think she needs to um, learn that she's way better than what she gives herself credit for, you know. Just go to your happy place just before you give yourself a shot. Just make sure you do it. Come on, do you want us to count with you, Two Skulls? We go 1, 2, 3, jab. I don't like giving myself my shots either. I have to give myself shots in my stomach every day, or every once a week. Sorry, once a week on Mondays. And I don't like doing them either. And then I wind up with these bruises all over my stomach. So, you know. And see, I'm different there too. Okay. You say that's how you feel about everyone on here. I honestly want the best for everyone. Well, with one exception, Michelle. And I know you probably don't even mean that. You probably want the best for her as well too, you know, because I do. I don't care what anybody thinks. I don't want anybody to be homeless. I don't want Bombshell to be homeless. I don't want Michelle to be homeless. I want Michelle to find sobriety and, you know, be able to be sober. She's always going to be Michelle, okay? She's always going to be that bitch. But, you know, I hope and pray that she becomes sober. And I hope and pray that she's not homeless ever, you know. Am I going to like her? No, because I just don't like the person that she is, you know, her the way she, I don't know, she's condescending, you know, that I don't like, you know. I want good things for Gotti, you know. Do I support her on her channel? No, because I'm not, you know, I'm not subbed up to her or anything, and I don't watch her or anything like that. But um, I just want, I don't want anything bad to happen to her or anything like that, you know. Aw, I don't like shots either. They really suck. Hang on one second. I'm getting an email. Oops. Hang on. Okay. Somebody got to come up here and talk to me. I'm bored. There's nothing to talk about. I just want to, let's see here. At Fancy. What is my name? There's a male and a female who visits you, who you can feel. There's also a dog that comes back to visit you. Oh, wow. Wow. See, I didn't know that our pets could actually come to us too. That's cool. Dude, I bleached my hair on my roots and it turned orange. So I have really, really blonde hair everywhere but my roots, and they're like an orange color, so I got to do it again. Okay. I wish Michelle would get into long-term rehab. I know she's worried about her dogs, but it would be nice if she could work something out for her sake and theirs. See, I agree with that. I don't think that because of how long she's been an alcoholic, I don't think that she will ever be able to get. Oh, wow. I don't think that she'll ever be able to get sober without being inpatient, long-term inpatient, not just like what tone. Let me finish what I was saying because I forget. Yeah, I think that she definitely needs to be inpatient. I think she definitely needs to be long-term. And I think, oh God, I think that she needs to do this for herself more than anything. And she has to want it, and I really just don't think she's there yet. I think she's getting there. I do think she's getting there. I think she's getting there a lot faster with everybody telling her that she needs to get help than she would if people weren't telling her that she needs to get help. I don't know if that makes sense to anybody. Queen says, go get a toner. I can tell you which ones tone best. Right on. And Two Skulls Panda, I'll fight the biggest biker in a bar because he slapped my ass, but I will straight run from a shot. Girl, I fucking hate needles. Honey, I understand. I've had to shoot myself in the stomach, give myself shots in the stomach for over 2 years now, and I can't stand it. And I don't even know why I'm still doing them because it's not helping me with anything. It's not working. They're not working. I do the Ozempic shots, and like I lost. Let's see, what was I? Let's see here. Let me calculate this for you. I'm not going to tell you how much I weigh now, but let's see. I lost 60 pounds with the Ozempic shots. Do you still do the Ozempic? Devious? She's her own worst enemy. Yes, she is. I need a toner for my anger issues. Now, I'm supposed to be telling you, I'm supposed to be teaching you how to be a bad bitch. Spicy, can you show your face just real quick? There you go. You can turn it off, honey.
All right. Hello.
Hey.
I just popped out of the shower and I had to get dressed quick.
Oh, wow. Devious says she does shots in her stomach and thigh weekly. Yeah. So you don't do them. You don't do the Ozempic anymore, huh? Huh. I just wonder if Michelle. This is Carly. Carly says, I wonder if Michelle is saying about AA and going to rehab because she thinks it will look good in the eyes of the court for her DUIs. Probably right now. I don't believe that she's ready yet. I really don't.
I agree.
Yeah, I don't. You agree? Yeah, I don't. I don't think
Yeah.
she's mentally ready yet to. Because when you become sober, you like literally have to turn your whole life around. Like it's a big step. Like you have to pretty much give yourself to accepting the fact that you're never going to drink again ever.
And you work really hard at remaining sober
Correct. Yes.
and most likely going every day. If
Oh,
you
your
keep,
your injections are just for the RA medication. Gotcha. Hmm. Yeah, I don't think she's hit rock bottom either. She's too stubborn and evil. I don't I don't think that she's hit rock bottom at all. I think she's close.
right,
I really think once this house gets ripped out from underneath her, which is going to suck, but she says she has a condo. I don't know if that's true or not. If she does, I hope so. you know, um,
yeah.
I like Devious says. I think that. Oh, Panda, you give me one more class. I need lots more. Okay, sorry. I'll give you another one. Hang on. I'm teaching her how to be a bad bitch.
Oh,
She said
see,
she wants. Yep, she wants to be a bad bitch, so I have to give her classes.
I can see that happening.
The only way MS is going to get help is if the courts order her. Oh, they actually physically take her because, oh, yeah, yeah. Hang on one second. I'm going to mute for just 1 second, Susie. Hang on.
Sure. Yes, and Michelle likes it when the police come, which I don't, or she's being arrested, or she makes the appearance of. Like, the police really
Oh,
will side with her at all times.
dude, have you ever seen her with the cops there and her video in them? She
Oh,
yells at them
yeah.
and screams at them.
Yeah, like, they
Our cops here
would
would smack the shit out of her and arrest her ass. That's what our cops would do here. They'd be like, look,
probably
bitch,
same here.
they'd be like, look, you don't talk to us like that. You get your ass, you getting in the car right now.
Exactly. And I think she likes it. She likes the attention, whether it's negative or positive. Or if a police officer has to arrest her or whatever, she's getting attention, like one on one attention.
This is what I think too, right here, what Bevy says. Uh, I think once she gets thrown out of that house, she just might hit rock bottom because in her eyes, that house is everything.
Right.
It's the
Hmm.
attachment to ETN. It's the thing that's holding her onto ETN. It's the um, it's the oh, I have a beautiful home thing that she loves to say.
Right.
Because Michelle's about looks, about what she has, um,
Hmm.
about money, about she's very superficial, very superficial, and I
Exact.
think I think that's why I don't like her. You know,
Exactly. Devious, I agree with you on that.
the fact that Gotti thinks she's so big, it makes Gotti is not big at all,
I
in my
don't think.
opinion.
But Gotti did get a lot of attention from Ski when
Right.
they were both on there, and you could see Michelle's demeanor
Oh
change.
God, girl, she was so jelly. She could have been grape jelly, strawberry jelly, and blueberry jelly all at once. She was so jealous.
Yep.
I couldn't believe how jealous she got. I was like, dude, you ain't even doing him. Why are you so jealous? He doesn't even like you for real like that. Stop.
Yep. She wants all the attention 100% of the time.
Yep. Yeah. Devious. I hate that Michelle made her feel like she was inadequate. That's not fair. No, I don't think she's big at all either.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Dean, how are you, honey? Good to see you. Glad you're here. Yeah, I think that once Michelle gets this house, unfortunately, ripped out from underneath her, because that's pretty much what's going to happen. I think that she's going to be like, damn, I got nothing now. What am I going to do?
Exactly.
And I hate that. I hate that for her, but I think that's what it's going to take. You know, I really think that.
Mm-hmm. Because, like somebody had said further up in the comments, further back, about how that's the only thing that still keeps her in touch is that house is ATN. That's the
Right.
only thing she has connected to him. And once that's gone, who knows what's going to really happen to her. And that's very concerning to be so obsessed with your ex-husband. Obsessed.
I agree with this too, Giggle Goose. She has an eating disorder and body dysmorphia. I believe that as well. Alberta. Guess I'll need to send Michelle her freezer box now. God.
Right.
Yeah,
Just the box, right, Alberta?
Yeah, just the box. That's going to be her home. And I do hate that. I hate that for her. I want, I don't want anybody on here homeless. I really don't. But she says that she has a condo, so I'm hoping she really does, and that's not a lie, that she can go to and she can just restart her life and hopefully get the help that she needs. And if she has to get rid of her dogs, then she has to get rid of her dogs.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I hate that too, but if you can't take care of yourself, then you don't need animals to depend on you to take care of them.
Exactly.
Because
Sure. Mm-hmm.
you are their 100% caregiver.
Exactly.
So if you can't take care of yourself and you're an entire drunk, you definitely don't need an animal to be taken care of. I know she feels like she needs them, but she doesn't need them. Trust me. She does not need them.
Right.
When my daughter was drinking really, really heavily, and we're talking 10 5-packs of, so this is 50 shots, okay, a day.
Wow.
Yeah. God, I can't even think of what it was called. Fireball. Sorry. Okay. When my daughter was drinking,
That's a lot.
that you have no clue. She would drink gallons, literally.
Oh my gosh.
Um,
I picked
so
something else.
I was like, why you got to drink that nasty stuff?
Exactly.
If she drank wine, she could at least drink, I don't know, 8 to 10 bottles a day.
Wow.
At least. And I know a lot of people are like, well, that's an awful lot. You could just die from alcohol poisoning at that point.
Yeah.
She didn't drink like that just overnight. I mean, she did that over several years to get her like that. Fancy said, Let me see here. Fancy said all the signs are there. I think she's anorexic because every time she eats, when she cooks, she goes to the bathroom. If you look, I had a cousin like that until she had kids. Wow.
Wow.
That could be true, you know.
Mm-hmm. I never noticed that.
I didn't either, but um, yeah, my daughter could drink an awful lot. And I'm telling you, you know, until she really realized, you know, she was a functioning drunk like Michelle is. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
she couldn't take care of the kids. You know, I mean, you just can't. Even though you're functioning, you cannot function for others at that point. Okay.
Right.
I told her, I said, you're gonna have to stop or you're gonna kill yourself. So when she stopped, the doctor said, do not let her stop cold turkey because it'll kill her. Um, I didn't know that. I didn't know that if you were an alcoholic, it would kill you if you stopped cold turkey, or it could kill you. Um, I mean, it's not 100% that you'll die from it, but you know, when you drink that much, for some reason, the doctor said to slow her down first. So she went from 10 packs to 8, you know, and then down from there, um, to where she was only drinking like 20 shots a day. And that took like 3 or 4 months to get her there. And then
Wow.
finally, you know, she weaned herself down enough to where she could quit. Um, there's not any other drug that I can think of that was harder for her to stop doing than alcohol.
Mm.
Alcohol was the worst. Yeah, she's my daughter's done fentanyl, she's done, you know, meth, you name it, she's done it. Um, the meth, she stopped cold turkey, she was fine with that. The fentanyl, cold turkey, um, she does do maintenance occasionally for her fentanyl
Mm-hmm.
just to keep her to where she doesn't crave opiates anymore. Um,
Wow.
I just I think that Michelle needs to be very careful going cold turkey quitting alcohol because it can hurt her. It can really hurt her.
Right. That's why you should really do those kind of things under a doctor's care,
Right.
that kind of thing. I see Just Keep It Real joined
Hey, just
the
keep it real.
chat.
How are you, honey? I think Michelle is tiny like me. The pictures that were just shown of her sister is tiny too. Doesn't always mean anorexia like me, just tiny. Very true.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't stop cold turkey. I slowed down to 2.5 years ago. I was on fentanyl patches for years, but they didn't do crap for me, so I went off them with no issue. Um, Fentanyl, so my daughter wasn't on the patch. My daughter was on the actual fentanyl that you crush up and you put in a syringe and you shoot it. Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so that's what my daughter was doing. Um, and then sometimes she would just take a pill, you know, fentanyl pills. Um, it's
Wow.
it's different than the patches. Um, it's it's crazy. I don't wish that on anybody. I had a friend that needed to have surgery and didn't tell them that she was a heavy drinker, and she ended up having a massive stroke and never being the same. It's really sad. See, that's the type of stuff that I worry about right there.
Yeah.
Just keep it real. My smallness is due to a genetic disorder. People say nasty things about me, anorexic, bulimic, crackhead. I'm none of those things. Susie has seen how much I can eat, and I'm in person.
Oh yeah, I've never seen somebody. She eats more than I do,
Right?
and I can eat what the average person does, but I've never seen somebody pee as much as she does, like every 20 minutes. I'm like,
Wow.
oh my gosh! Every time I turn around, we had to go to the bathroom, and her and I had to go to the bathroom and go to the bathroom. It's kind of, it was entertaining actually.
My one daughter, she has a very small bladder. Not 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 my oldest daughter, but my youngest daughter. Um, so she goes to the bathroom all the time, and I'm like, "Are you done yet? Can we walk down the street yet?"
Right, exactly. Steve is the same way.
She's
You
just
do
keeping
feel
real. She says I pee a lot.
he does.
Fentanyl is so strong. When I was taking care of my best friend, my friend's mom, who was dying from cancer, the doctors gave her fentanyl patches, and I swear I had to wear gloves to put them on her. Yes, you do. Um,
Wow.
you can hear my puppy in the background. She's having dreams. She's sleeping and she's barking in her sleep. She's going boop 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 boop. Wake up, Sophie. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. There you go. She's like, what? Is Jilly okay? I'm not sure. I'm going to reach out to her and Miranda here in a little while. Um, hey, Tough as Nails. Good to see you, honey. We used fentanyl patches for my mom when she was dying of cancer. I was so scared of those things. Fentanyl patches are not a good thing either, because another way that you can use the patches is you take a syringe and you pull the fluid out of them and you inject that into your arm. And, I've known so many people like that have overdosed on those. And like I've told everybody in here, I keep Narcan with me at all times. I keep 2 in my car and I keep 2 at home just in case, I'm out and I see somebody overdosing, I can help. Um, I keep the 2 at home because of my daughter, because you never know, even though she's on um, maintenance,
Right.
you just never know. And I have tried to keep her like an open line of communication to where she'll talk to me when she feels like she's going to use, but that doesn't always keep an addict from using. You know, she knows I don't judge her. She knows I love her. She knows that, even if she does relapse, I will always be there for her. I will not enable her, and she will be responsible for getting sober herself.
Right.
You know, I don't give my kid money anymore. If she needs something, I buy it for her, you know, but I also make sure that she can't take it back, for money. Um, it's just the way that things have had to be, and it'll probably be like this for the rest of her life or my life. Um, it's difficult to live with addiction. Even, I'm not an addict, but she is, so we have to live that life now, you know.
Right.
And it sucks, but it's
Yep.
also made us grow as a family together and love each
Hmm.
other more, honestly.
Right. It's nice when the, the thing that I've seen about addicts is they don't trust, so they're going to be secretive and not tell you.
Correct.
But
Yep.
once they're out in the open, it's a lot easier to hold them accountable and for them to be open about it.
And that's what I want with my daughter. I want her to be able to come to me when she feels like she might relapse. And so far she has been able to. It's just, you know, there's always, I never want to doubt her, but there's always in my mind that it can happen again and it might happen again.
Exactly.
You know, I never want to doubt her, but I never thought she would go as far as she's gone either. So there's that, you know. Thank you, Dean. I appreciate that. I know a lot of people like the drama more and everything. It's just sometimes people have to take a step back and look, you know, like this is Michelle's real life, and this is what she goes through on a daily basis trying to live. Oh, I know Narcan works. I know it works very well. It saved my daughter's life. Resolution says Narcan works. Search Alki Boone OD on fentanyl. It was caught live on a real life live stream. His breathing was a death rattle and tone. Used Narcan on him and saved his life. Yep.
Wow.
Absolutely. It does work. It works very well. I told Panda before, my sister's an addict. I haven't seen her in 6 months. It's top at night too. Even yeah. I know, honey. It's hard and it sucks. You know.
Mm-hmm.
And all you can do is pray and pray and pray and pray and give it to God. And I mean, when you pray and give it to God, I mean, you have to give it all to Him and just say, take it. And if this is meant to be, then this is meant to be. And I give it to you, God, because I can't do this. You are the only one that can help me.
Absolutely.
I've never prayed so hard in my life. You know, my older sister has been re-enlisted or red listed in the Providence. Due to her addiction, she cannot go to the doctor anymore unless via the hospital to get prescriptions due to her med hopping. Yeah, lots of praying and crying. That's absolutely correct.
Mm-hmm.
That's all we can do for our loved ones addicted. It's so sad to watch them go downhill. It is sad. But you know what the best part of it all is when they overcome the addiction and they can get out of this. You know, yes, they're always going to be addicts in their life. You know, they'll always be an addict. But the best thing about this is when they can become sober and become the person that they know that they can be. Hey, Blacks, how are you doing, sweetheart?
Hey, Sunshine.
I see no sunshine. Who's sunshine?
Blacks.
Oh, one of my
She's
nephews.
Sunshine in our kitchen.
Oh,
She's so cute.
my nephew's passed away 6 years ago. This coming August due to addiction. I'm sorry, Dean. I really am.
Mm-hmm.
Barbarian's wife says, I meant to say drama is an addiction. For some people, it is. It is.
And exactly, because you wake up and you're like, oh, I wonder if Michelle went live, you know,
I
kind of
know.
thing.
I
And
know.
me, like, I watch her because to me, I don't have drama in my life, so it's entertaining. It's sad to say, but
But it's true. It's me too. I don't have any drama here either. All my drama's gone.
exactly.
You know, and it's not that I want to see people hurt or any of that.
No,
It's just the fact that, you know, it's I can see somebody else's life, you know, instead of my own. I don't know.
exactly.
You know.
Definitely. Mm-hmm.
He fell asleep and never woke up. Yep. He's seen it
Mm-hmm.
before.
Hey, seen it before.
This is my friend. I love her. I have an unpopular opinion on this subject. I'm just stopping in to say hi and hit the like. Honey, you can voice your opinion. You're allowed to, and it's okay. I know your situation. I do. And I love our little Rosie, and I pray for her every single day.
Aw.
She is our YouTube baby, and I just pray that everything is always good for her, honey. And you are an amazing, amazing person for raising her and the others as well.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
You know, people like to have my name in their mouth. I just ignore it and go on about my happy day. I will defend myself as I need to. Just keep it real. You're another amazing person, and you're awesome. And fuck the haters. That's all I can say.
Exactly.
They ain't worth the breath that you breathe out. So
Mm-hmm.
let them think what they want. I will not put anyone in jeopardy or try to make them feel badly. I'm so proud of everyone that has come out on the other side of addiction. Exactly.
Absolutely.
And I understand right now she's going through a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You
Oh, I'm
pick and choose
sure.
your battles. Yeah. Yeah, we definitely love our Rosie. And we pray for her. Or I definitely pray for her every day. She is the YouTube baby that we love. And
Absolutely.
Rosie's having some more issues. That's not good. And I'm at the angry stage. Sweetheart, I completely understand. I completely
Mhm.
understand. And I've been at this stage too because my daughter was doing fentanyl while she was pregnant, and my grandson, thank God, thank the Lord above, every day that he came out, and he has not had any issues yet. He's almost 2 and he's still not talking very well, but he does say the 75 words that he's supposed to say. um, he's just not as advanced as the other kids were,
Right.
but that's okay. Every child is different. but
Mm-hmm.
but my thing is this because my daughter did fentanyl, or is this because he's just a slower child than the others?
Exactly.
So I'm always questioning these things, and I don't say it to her because I don't want to hurt her, but I also she's like, "Well, do you think this is from this?" And I'm like, "Well, it could be. I mean, you did something stupid, so there you go." Um, I just, ugh. My son didn't talk till he was 6. I started using sign language and with speech. It helped him to learn how to talk. Wow.
Yeah.
Um, we do the sign language for more. We do that sign when he wants more, so that we know if he wants more to eat or drink, and he does that sign. Um, that's the only sign that we usually use with him. Um, one, because we don't know very many others. Um, get him tested for dyspraxia as well. Okay.
Hmm. Yeah.
So I
Every
do,
kid is so different.
yeah, I do know that we are going to have him tested for I can't even think right now. Not not what is it? My oldest grandson has Asperger's, so we're going to have him tested for autism as well, um, because it one of my daughter's kids has autism, which is the oldest one. He's 15. It's a very mild form of it.
Hmm.
He's high functioning. It's just certain things he has to, and she was never on drugs with him or any of that. It's just that's how he turned out, and that's fine. Um, but we're going to go ahead and have the baby tested for a lot of different things. Right now, they have this thing, it's called Parents as Teachers, and they come to the house and they help work with kids and stuff to make sure that they're at their highest potential of learning that they can possibly be. And so far, baby has been on point with everything. So I just look at him as slower because he's slower than the other kids were.
Right.
Right. So,
You know, can I bring up something kind of a
yeah.
little turn from the subject, but it's
Yeah.
kind of been eating at me, and I know like your chat is a safe place. I was gonna fire up a live about this, but
Go ahead, honey.
so you know, with all of the concern going on, if and I'm sure I think the majority of you were in my live the other night, and we were
Hmm.
like having like sexy, spicy kind of talk, nothing offensive to us.
Right.
And the comments lately, not necessarily in your chat, but in other people's, you know, are saying, talking about Mirandy. And I want to get this out here because I think this is so important, that Mirandy every day holds prayers for
Hmm.
people and for us to have a relationship with God, whether it be through prayer or what and anything else.
Right.
And how can people who pray have like spicy conversation? It's not conversation that's mean, it's not rude, it's fun, it's a part of life. Well, you know, if you believed in God, it'll say, well, I want somebody to show me in the Bible where it says you can't have spicy conversation. It does tell you, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not covet, thou shalt, you know, all of those things.
Right.
And I believe God gave us, when He created Adam and Eve, He gave them free will. And with free will, it's your choice. You get to choose your behaviors, what what those behaviors are, can either be positive or negative. And how people look at it, it doesn't mean you're any less of a Christian or have any less of a relationship with God based on um, that those things. And I was so disappointed how people were treating Mirandy and calling her a holy roller. Well, praise the Lord, she is a holy roller. She's an
Yeah.
amazing human, a
Yes, she
Jesus
is.
freak. You know what? Praise the Lord. And, you know, praise God that He gave us the ability to make choices. And I was so disheartened by hearing that, these comments being in a negative way, like, how can you do that? How can you be? And, you know, God does tell us in the Old Testament that we are supposed to, how do I say this? And it's the Old Testament, you know, life has become new. In the Old Testament, I love the Old Testament, let me tell
I
you.
do too.
I love it better than the
We're
New
supposed to have
Testament.
fellowship. Oh, two skulls. I'm
Exactly.
so sorry. We're supposed to have fellowship. We're supposed to tell our testimony, all the time.
Exactly. All the time. And you know what? People can choose to hang with people who are in that conversation. Some
Yep.
people, when I grew up in that um, Baptist cult, I'll call it, in our
Right.
church and school environment, and they didn't believe that we should hang out with people who were outside of our religious belief. And I
Wow.
really believed that until I went to college at the public university. And I said, these people are more God fearing, God loving people. Then I went to college. And yes, it's called free will. He gave
Yep.
us
He gave us free
free
will.
will.
Yep.
And when people say those negative, horrible things that they were saying about Mirandy and Jilly, and I am like, oh my gosh, you guys, you have no clue anything about what they were talking about. And God is there for us, whether we choose to use Him or Him use us in a
Right.
certain way. We all are here for a purpose, and we all have, free will. And I'm grateful that I have that ability of free will.
Yep.
And, you know, what the conversations that we were having the other night weren't hurting people. We weren't slandering
Exactly.
anybody. We weren't talking negatively. We were having fun. And if people are offended
But
by
hey,
what
let's
I
come at
say,
us.
yeah, like,
Come
hey,
at us sideways. It's all good.
yeah, then we're probably not the right fit for each other. You know what I
Right.
mean?
I
And
agree. 1000%.
absolutely. Wandering
Hey, double
Scorpio,
shot.
it's so good to see you, my dear.
Hey, double shot. Hey, wandering Scorpio. I'm so glad you guys are in here. Yeah, I think it's sick that people are judging a person because they have a sex life. I mean, really?
Exactly. The
Really?
relationship with God, questioning that. Nobody should be questioning that.
No.
Mm-mm. Yep.
Marindy doesn't
And
come after people. She just
nope.
responds. And that's the thing. She doesn't go after people. She responds to what people say. So if
Exactly.
you come after her, she's going to respond.
Hmm.
If you don't
And she
like,
has the right to do
yeah,
that.
and if you don't like the fact that she's responding, stop mentioning her name. That's it.
Exactly.
That's all.
Yep. Blacks. We should do like a spicy Saturday on my channel. That would be so much fun because Steve would like love it. He thinks Julie is the funniest human he has seen on YouTube. I am like, oh my gosh. He's like, we could do that again. I'm like, oh, we could do like spicy Saturdays.
There you go. I think the problem is that when we talk about those things, it's not talking about the drama or them,
Right.
and they get pissed because they're not relevant in the conversation, and it offends.
Exactly. Yep. Just keep it real. I believe you on that.
Yep.
It wasn't those exact words, but the meaning was the same. And hey, if people have tips and tricks to make things better, then that is awesome. It's educational, in my opinion, because we're all adults.
Right.
And if you want some education, hey, then pick and choose what you want to go with on what you want to be educated for.
Y'all need holy water for my stories. No disrespect. You're funny. Also, the Bible says, go forth, be fruitful, and multiply. Exactly.
Exactly. And it's called practicing.
You shouldn't even have to defend sex with the Bible. How do you think kids are made? Exactly. Exactly.
And,
Two skulls,
and
did you get your shot in?
yep. And just think about it. Adam and Eve, they were roaming around naked. Humans were walking around naked at the beginning of time. And whoops, all of a sudden they did
And they
something they
didn't know it.
shouldn't have done. And then
Yep.
they're like, oh my gosh, we need to cover up. This is not
Yep.
appropriate.
That's
Hey,
right. They
yep.
didn't even know that it was bad, or, they didn't even, it wasn't even bad to be naked because they weren't ashamed of their bodies at that point because they didn't have that then. And then all of
Yep.
a sudden, you know, people act like if they pray out loud, then they have a halo on and that's what they're supposed to talk about. We aren't dead, for God's sakes.
I agree. Definitely. Yeah. Because no
regardless.
one
She's an
should
adult.
be judging your relationship with God, let alone other people.
I think the people that are judging are the people that actually do not have a relationship with God, and that's the problem.
Exactly.
You know,
I
um,
agree.
I really believe that because if you don't have one, then you don't know that it's not okay to sit there and question, you know.
Exactly.
So it's just my
Like Alberta says, heck, it won't be long before we get arrested for praying. Well, I'll be in the slammer with you then, my dear.
me too, because I pray every morning and every evening. I pray all the time,
Exactly.
and I don't care who likes it. My
Yeah.
husband, my husband does not pray. Um,
Mm,
it's not that he doesn't believe. It's just he doesn't pray out loud. He doesn't pray with me or anything. He prays by himself occasionally when he feels like he needs to, I guess. I
exactly.
pray. I pray a lot. I read my Bible a lot. And I cuss a lot because I'm human.
Right.
um, Unfortunately, that is something that I need to work on as a human being. I do cuss a
Hmm.
lot, a lot. But I've stopped all my other vices, and I'm proud of myself for doing everything that I've done so far. Um, and I think God's proud of me too. So there's that.
Absolutely.
Double Shot says I'm a different religion and I'm okay with sex. I'm
Oh,
57. I must be
goodness.
at my prime. Boom shakalaka. I've been married 32 years. Carly
So,
says cuss and then ask God for forgiveness. Well, I don't understand why they mess with Mirandy, but why they do it. Why they mess with JJ, but why they do it to. Okay. You've been married 17 years. That's awesome.
wow.
What you do in your bed is nobody's business. There's not a lot that goes on in my bed, but I tell you what, it's
I
because I'm old and
agree.
tired. I don't
Same.
care. Sorry. I'm old, I'm tired, and I don't care anymore. So
Yeah, that's what Steve wishes. Like, I don't know what he thinks.
I'm just like, no. My husband's like, you want to? I'm like, no, we're good.
Yeah.
Let's watch this movie instead, okay?
Right? You got a pinky swear.
I'm just like 33 years in September and wouldn't trade it anyway. You cuss like a sailor, two skulls. I do too.
Wow, 33 years. That's a long time.
That is.
Mm-hmm.
That is a very long time. That's awesome. I love that. My parents were married for, let's see. So my mom died when I was 16. They were married for 17 years before she passed away.
Oh,
They were married when she passed away as well, but uh, let's see here. Oops. That's
Alberta had cut it down a bit. It was getting out of hand.
right.
Yep.
Oh, Carly, I'm so sorry, honey.
Oh,
I can't even imagine. I
me
really
neither.
can't.
Yep.
I am so sorry.
I was if anybody wants like a good read and um, you should and I people for people who read their Bibles and who study the Word of God,
Mhm.
I seriously recommend reading the Torah, which is the original Word of God, the first Word of God. It is so beautiful. It really is.
What is
Um,
it? What'd you say? I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
The Torah.
Torah. Yeah.
It is so beautiful. The story of creation is so incredibly beautiful read if you get a chance to do that. It does come like one page is English and then the other side is Hebrew, but of the page. But
Okay.
it's very beautiful because I love religion just in general,
I do
and
too.
to study different religions and way of lives is something that just makes my heart happy. It really does. And so I very much recommend it.
Blacks recommends the Ethiopian Bible as well.
And Blacks, does that come in English?
See, I didn't know the Torah came in English. I only
Yes.
thought that it was in Hebrew.
It, it it does come in English. So like one column will be English
Okay.
to the left, and then the right column will be Hebrew because they read backwards. And I shouldn't say read backwards. They start at the back of the book and read to
Gotcha.
the front. So, you know how we're used to
The front to the
writing,
back. Right.
right? It's very beautiful because that was what the Torah is, what God gave to Moses. And it's really interesting if you study the history of the Bible, how, if I recall correctly, the Greeks are the ones that, wrote the New Testament. And so it's very interesting. If you can find like a YouTube channel, I'll try to find something, a place where they actually talk about the history of the Bible, starting with the Torah. It's really interesting. I see on here Alberta said she only listens to the King James Bible. And yes, that was the first. It's really, how do I say this? I do believe the Catholic Bible came before King James, and King James was a correlation of that. And but yeah, the King James is actually like one of the first Christian Bibles outside of the Catholic, but the Catholic is
Hmm.
um people who aren't Catholic are also Christians.
Right.
But it's very interesting. I learned through the King James Bible. That's how I was raised. And
Two Skulls, I have said it, and I probably will say it again every once in a while. I hate saying it. I apologize and I pray about it after I do it, um, because I don't like the GD word either. It and when I have said it, it just like, I don't know. It feels like I ripped something out of my heart. Um, King James is a translation from the Catholic Bible, just a FYI.
yeah,
Okay.
so the Catholic Bible version was first and then the King James. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Gotcha.
hmm
Gotcha. Gotcha. Well, I'm looking up the Torah right now, trying to find
I can
one.
send you a
So
link
I
of
can,
where I got my version.
okay,
I got it off of, I think I got it off of Amazon.
that'll
But
work.
I
Just
will
send it to
send
Facebook.
you
Yeah.
the link. And it's,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll send it to you on Facebook. That'll work.
Okay.
Because I think
Yeah.
you gotta read it. It's worth the
Yeah, I
read.
would
I
love
mean,
to.
it's a long read. It's a long read, but
Well, yeah.
it's good. But it's good.
Well, I appreciate you coming up today. Hey, I shit you not. We're doing good this afternoon. I hope you're doing good too, sweetheart. You prefer the old English way of speaking. Oh, wow. Didn't King James hold a meeting to pick which books would be in the Bible. I believe so.
Mm,
Yes.
yeah, I
I
believe.
watched The Passion of the Christ. Yes, I watched that.
Mhm.
It was a very hard movie to watch.
Exactly.
I think I bawled from the very beginning to the very end of that movie, literally,
Right.
to see what he went through, you know. And I'm sure that it's not 100% accurate, but I'm sure it was way worse than what we could ever imagine.
Exactly. And I hate, this sounds terrible, but when we were kids, you'd watch like around Easter about Moses and
Mhm.
those. I can't even tell you. And so when Passion of the Christ came, my mom had gone to see it. And I said to my mom, I can't watch it because I detest and despise torture, or
I know.
even watching that there's no way I could even watch it. Now I can watch gun violence, yeah, no big
Right,
deal. But
right.
that, to what someone can do to a human, I just can't even.
I just I just watched that. When I watched it, I literally cried from the beginning of the movie to the end because I could see him, in his faith, you know, he believed everything that he was hearing and everything that he was seeing, and he knew that he was the savior, and
Hmm.
what they did to him, I just could not get past the fact that, he's literally dying for us, and you're
Right.
doing this to him,
Right.
and it took my breath away, you know. It really did.
Hmm. Exactly. It's so sad and heart wrenching.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to get off here. I'm going to go lay down for a while before I got to make dinner for the husband. And I'm going to try to get this chest to stop hurting and hopefully start feeling better.
Yeah. I hope you're feeling better. And
I'm
for
trying
all
to.
those others out there who are just not
I'm trying
well.
to. Hopefully by tomorrow I'll be feeling a lot better. But I just wanted to thank you for coming up here, sweetheart. Thank you
Sure.
so much.
You're
And I hope
welcome.
everybody has a great day.
Y'all, I feel the same way, guys. Bye.
We'll see you later, sweetheart. You guys have a great day. I hope that go to the doctor. If it doesn't clear up within a day or two, I will go to the doctor. I'm not wanting to get pneumonia or nothing goofy like that. You guys have a great day. Stay safe. Love y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.